everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie and I'm the organic esthetician. And this is Amos, our new puppy. Hi, baby. So Amos is gonna be here today with us as I demo my brand new at-home Aqua Peeling Hydra Facial device. So I can't wait for you guys to join us. Today I'm very excited to show you all W Skin's Aqua Facial at-home Hydra Facial device, or Aqua Peeling device. I just finished the treatment. You can see how my skin looks after. I actually did microcurrent and my Foreo UFO. I gave myself a full at-home facial. I'm gonna walk you through all of that today. I'm gonna show you what comes with your W Skin device, how to use it, and I'll do a full demo to show you exactly how to do this treatment at home. If anyone has had a Hydra Facial or experienced Hydradermabrasion from another device during a professional facial and loved it, you are going to love this little guy right here. All right, hi everyone. We are attempting to film with a puppy. He's just here. We're crate training, attempting to crate train. So if you hear some noise, bear with me, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to work with him and get him used to being in my office, in my bathroom with me. So he might be a little noisy in the background, but fingers crossed we can get through this. I've wrote blog posts and done videos on how to give yourself a facial at home. And now you can get spa quality results in the comfort of your home during COVID, safely. Obviously, at some point, we all want to go get services again. When it's safe, there's nothing that compares to touch and the sensory experience of actually going and having a facial. But in lieu of such things, for the safety of ourselves and our therapists, we have access to some really amazing gadgets these days. So I am so excited about this. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, are you trying to get out? I really wanted a Hydradermabrasion machine. It's something I've wanted to add to my services for a while. There's a couple really great options on the market. And what's so cool about those is that unlike Hydra Facial, which has its own solutions that you have to use with their device, these new Hydradermabrasion devices you can use with your own solution. So there are cleaner, more natural options out there, and that's what I was kind of looking for. But they're pricey, and I'm not seeing clients this year. I'm gonna wait until there's a vaccine, until it's completely safe. So I really have been kind of on the hunt for something like that, that's more cost effective, that's maybe a handheld device that not only I could do at home, but all of you could use a device like this at home as well. And so I think I just kind of put it out into the universe because W Skin actually reached out to me. And I was so excited, but also skeptical because a lot of companies want me to promote their devices. A lot of companies send me things. And just because they send it doesn't always mean that it makes it on the channel. Recently, a company sent me one of those like blackhead suction little guys. Holy moly, was that not fun. I marked my nose for days after using that. And so something like that, I wouldn't feel comfortable promoting here on the channel. So W Skin reached out, asked if I would be interested in trying out their device and maybe making a tutorial. And so I said, yes, I'd be happy to try it. If I like it, we can talk about a video. And here we are. I fell in love with this device and I am so excited to share it with you because yes, we all want anti-aging. And I talk about my favorite anti-aging devices in almost every video, but decongesting, exfoliating, extracting, and promoting just the basic health of our skin is something that everyone needs. Not just someone who's looking for anti-aging, not someone that's just acneic, not someone that's just dry. Everyone across the board could be using a device like this at home. Eventually spas will reopen full time, maybe even at full capacity, and we'll all go get professional facials again. But until then, you have this. So W Skin was generous enough to send me this device for free. and to offer you all a discount code. So I have an affiliate link and a code that gives you 15% off of this device, and the code is organic15. And I'm gonna link my code along with the link to the device so you can shop it down below. Again, great for everyone, all skin types, all skin concerns. However, there are few contraindications. So ideally, this device is going to be best for someone over the age of 18. It's not suitable if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, if you have epilepsy, if you have an electrical device implanted somewhere in your body, and you're not going to want to use this device over broken skin or open lesions, right? So if you have maybe like a little bit of breakout down here, you're just going to use the device around those areas. Once that breakout has healed a little bit, then you can go ahead and use the device right over the top. Ideally, we don't want to cause more trauma. We don't want to cause bleeding. So if you have sensitive areas, I would suggest just using the device around those areas. I am going to put a full contraindication list down below so that you can reference it if there's something I missed during this video. All right, so I just got out of the shower. I took quite a long shower because I really wanted the steam to kind of help soften any congestion in my skin. I use the Lucerne Labs micro exfoliant. It's a hydrating, creamy micro exfoliant. So there are these tiny little microparticles of jojoba spheres that gently create a physical exfoliation on the skin. So really effective, and you don't have to worry about any of those little particles snagging the pore because they're spherical. So you just want to use some sort of scrub to help remove any dead skin on the surface to make your Hydra Facial go a little more smoothly. Next, I'm going to add hydration to my skin. I always like to bring up the pH level of my skin before I add exfoliants. You're okay. You're okay, Mom's right here. This is a professional bottle. I'm out of all my retail product right now, but this is Lucerne Labs Hydrating Essence, my all-time favorite toner. So this is going to help bring up the pH. It's going to add hydration. It even has this ingredient called Saccharomyces lysate extract that helps to oxygenate the skin from the inside out. And I just like pressing it in. Now, for you at home, you don't need to do this step. I'm gonna add a little bit of my Serum Absolute Rehydrate. Again, it's just helping to add hydration. We took a little potty break in between me getting out of the shower and me filming this, and my skin just instantly felt so dry. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this hydrating serum on just to help add some hydration before I do any exfoliation, which will help minimize sensitivity or irritation on the skin. Okay, and now I'm gonna use my W Skin Aqua Peeling System. So this is the charging unit. This is the case you'll store your device in. There's a little port on one end that syncs up to a cord. It has a USB port, so you just plug that into the wall. To fully charge your device, you need to wait at least 24 hours for the unit to charge. So then you're just gonna open it up. This is what my system looks like. All of my tips are out. I'm gonna talk about those in a second, but the device just rests in this cradle. And on the back of the device, there's this little charging adapter, and that just fits snugly into these little ports here. So when your device is in the cradle, and then the lid has its own ports, which connect right here. And so device in the cradle, lid on, unit plugged in, and that's how you're going to charge your device. So we're gonna get to the tips in a moment. You'll also find 2 extra cartridges inside your unit, along with this little key. These are filters. It says every 3 to 4 treatments, so I would say probably once a month or once every 2 months, depending on how frequently you're using your device. You're gonna wanna swap these out. To do so, you're gonna take your key, it just sticks right in here, and you'll push it in, and it'll pop out the cartridge on the other side so that you can change it out with the new filters. And then your key goes right back into the slot when you're done. When you first pull your device out of the unit, it's going to just have a lid or cap on it that you can pull off, and it'll look like this. So this is what was on the device. We're gonna take that off. They're kind of snug, so it can take a second to pull them off. Then you can pop on your exfoliating tips. So there are 3 sizes, large, medium, and small. And during one treatment, you will use all 3. So I'm gonna start with the large tip. You just line it up and snap it on. At the end of your treatment, you can actually remove the silicone tip from the plastic casing when you are cleaning them. So I wash mine with soap and water, and then I soak them in isopropyl alcohol just to make sure that they were totally clean. And then I'm just going to pop my tip back into place. Might take a second to get it in there. There we go. And now your silicone tip is back in your cap. And do that again with the small tip. So you just kind of push it through from the inside. And again, these fit really snug, so it might take a second. Oh, and then that fits in just like that. So now we're gonna take this case off the bottom to expose the cartridges inside. So you have 2 little plastic cartridges that fit into your device, one for solution and one for waste. So you're not gonna put anything in this waste cartridge. This is where all the gunk from your exfoliating treatment is going to be collected, and we'll check that out at the end of our treatment. So we're just going to remove the case, pops right out, and then your device comes with a 2% beta hydroxy acid solution. So in the realm of chemical exfoliation, there are 3 main categories of exfoliants. There's enzymatic, like pumpkin enzyme or papaya enzyme, and enzymatic enzymes act like little Pac-Men, eating up the dead skin cells on the surface. They do not penetrate down into the dermis. Then we have beta hydroxy acids. So beta hydroxy acids, or BHAs, are most commonly known as salicylic acid, or willow bark, which is the natural source of salicylic in my personal preference. Salicylic acid goes a little bit deeper than enzymes and pops just down into the pore, dissolving any congestion in the pore. That's why salicylic acid is so great at treating breakouts, because it's really treating what's happening inside the pore, not any deeper. And then your third category is alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic or lactic. Lactic is my favorite AHA, or alpha hydroxy acid, because it's so multifunctional. So AHAs dive the deepest. They're actually penetrating into the dermis. So not only do they exfoliate the skin, they can add hydration, they can brighten the skin and address pigmentation and melanin, and they can stimulate collagen. So lactic acid is one of my favorite acids to use for exfoliating treatments on sensitive, dry, or mature skin types, because it does add so much hydration. When I did my first treatment, I used the Aqua Facial solution. So this again is a 2% beta hydroxy acid, methylpropyl, butylene glycol, salicylic acid, polysorbate, camellia leaf extract, green tea, sodium hydroxide, and then tetrasodium EDTA, which in this formulation is just helping those ingredients dive deeper. You really want to look out for EDTA if you have a bunch of really dirty ingredients in the formulation, because it's going to pull all of those deep into your skin as well. So not squeaky clean, but not the worst thing that you could be using, and it was quite effective. I really did like using it, but today I'm going to try out a different solution, because I'm curious. That's actually a professional solution, and it's the line of products that I had my eye on. If I was going to bring in a professional Hydradermabrasion device, I was going to use these solutions. So this is from Zemits, which actually I think is a manufacturer of professional facial devices and machines. But this is their clarifying hydro peeling solution, which is a lactic acid-based solution. This bottle was around $60 on Amazon, and I was actually really excited that this was available on Amazon, because then it means that it's available to all of you at home if you wanted to try a lactic acid. So I'm gonna link the Zemits down below and the Aqua Facial solution. So you're gonna get an Aqua Facial solution with your device, And then if you want to purchase more of this, you can at wskinco.com, which I'll also link down below. So your cartridge has measurements on it. WSkin suggests that you use 15 milliliters of solution during a treatment. Now I'm going to use the full 15 this time just to show you, but during my first treatment that I did with the device, I ended up only using 10, and I just poured back the rest of the solution that I didn't use into the bottle because everything in here stays clean throughout your treatment and all of the waste goes into the other cartridge. Okay, so this is just about 15 milliliters. So on your device, there's a tiny little indent right there. I don't know if you can see it. And there's a tiny little tip on the corner of your solution container. And you're just gonna line those up. Line them up when you put your cartridge back on your device and it'll pop right in. It doesn't make a noise, but it fits very snug into the unit. Now I will say you're not gonna wanna tip your unit over or lay it on its side while there is liquid in the solution because it can spill out. Then you're gonna pop your case back on the bottom. So we're gonna start on our forehead with the large tip, and we're gonna use setting number 2. So there are 3 tips and 3 settings. So the largest tip, we're gonna use setting number 2, and that's for this larger area of the face across the forehead. Then we'll use the medium tip with setting number 1 through the cheek area, which can be a little more sensitive and a little more delicate. Then we're gonna use the smallest tip on setting number 3, which is the fullest strength of suction for actually extracting any congestion in the pore. And we can use that tip on the nose and on the chin. I will say that I had quite a bit of congestion between my brows and just this area above my eyebrows on my forehead. And so I thought, why not use this small tip on setting 3 in this area as well? And I'm here to tell you to not do that. I was quite pink for days after. I actually think that I have just a little bit of pinkness still, and that was 2 weeks ago. I really want everyone to use caution when they're using the 3rd setting and only use it over these tougher areas like the nose or just here on the chin if you need to. Always be more conservative and use setting 2 if you're worried about any residual redness. That being said, you will be pink for possibly up to an hour after the treatment. This is an exfoliating treatment. I don't know if you've ever had a professional Hydra Facial or Hydradermabrasion done. It is quite stimulating and you are gonna be a little rosy, but your skin is going to be smoother than it's been all year. Being quarantined inside during COVID, this is really gonna be the best exfoliation that you've had in a while, and your skin is gonna be left incredibly hydrated as well. So we're gonna turn on our device and hope that we don't freak out our puppy. So we're gonna turn it on. So you hold it down for 3 seconds. Green is setting 1. We're gonna turn it up to setting 2, which is blue for the forehead. Now, they don't recommend doing this, but I'm just used to doing a professional treatment, so I like dabbing on the solution. So I'll just do some little suction-y things here, just to kind of get the skin a little damp so that the device slides better. And then I'm gonna support with one hand and slide on the skin. You don't want to hold the device stationary in one area for more than 3 seconds. I'm going to go straight up the center of the forehead, and then I'm going to just tap on solution so we have some nice slip and glide it out. All right, and as you can see, I'm already getting pink. I just got a little comedone. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn off my device. How are you doing, baby? You're such a good boy. And I'm gonna pop on the medium size head. So we're popping off one big guy and we're popping on the medium. And we're gonna turn it on to level 1, which is green. So again, I'm just kind of dabbing solution so I have some slip. I'm gonna support and slowly glide out. So when you're doing this, you just want to make sure that the tip has full contact with your skin. If it goes in at an angle, you won't get good suction. So just right on the tip like that. I'm going to do my chin with this setting just because I'm a little on the sensitive side. And I'm going to go down on my chin. I'm going to do my upper lip as well. And I like getting right on that lip line because you can get a little congestion right at the corner of your mouth too, right? Okay, and then we're gonna do this second side. Okay, so I'm going to turn off my device. So a little pink, but again, that pinkness will go down within the hour, and my skin is already feeling so smooth. So I'm going to pop off the medium size tip, pop on the small tip. I'm going to turn it on to level 3, and I'm going to use it just on my nose. Now, I wear glasses, so I was using level 1 with the medium sized tip all the way up here on the sides of my nose because I can get a little congestion here. If you're finding that you have a lot of congestion here, I would try level 1, see how it goes. If you want a little bit more suction, go up to level 2, just here flanking your nose. If you wear glasses and get congestion, I wouldn't recommend doing level 3 on this delicate skin under the eye. So we're turning it on. Level 2, level 3, red. So I'm gonna tap it. And then we're gonna glide up. This can be a little trickier because of the contours of your nose. You can also do little kind of twists like that if gliding is challenging. So my device just beeped at me because I actually ran through all of my solution. As you can see, this side is filled up This side is almost empty. So I think it's just a difference from doing it on myself and then talking through a treatment with all of you. I'm gonna pop a little bit more solution in just so I can finish my nose with you. Normally I would really say in between 10 and 15 milliliters. So I'm gonna turn it on again to my third setting. And then I'm gonna go in the other direction. I'm really making sure to get into this little crease where a lot of congestion can collect. And on the nostril itself. Right off, huh? Okay, so I have a little bit more of solution left, so I'm actually just gonna do a second pass on my forehead with the large tip on level 1. Just because I get a lot of congestion up here. It's hard doing this in the camera. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my device because it's yelling at me because I used up all of the solution. All right, so this is what it looks like. And so this is a mixture of sebum, dirt, debris, dead skin, and then the solution as well. So I'm gonna really quickly, before I dump this out and clean it with all of you, I'm gonna rinse my face to remove any of the excess solution. So even though it's hydrating, it is an exfoliant. And so I'm just gonna do a quick rinse because I'm a little on the sensitive side. But I will say I'm definitely less pink than I was the first time I did this with the BHA solution. All right, I cannot even tell you how soft my skin feels right now. I've been doing these treatments once every 2 weeks because I am a little on the sensitive side and I'm a little more dry than oily and super congested. However, I do have a lot of congestion having not had a facial for as long as you probably all haven't had a facial. So I'm going to just add a little bit more of my hydrating essence, press it in to my skin. Now, if you wanted to give yourself a full facial at home, you could follow up this Hydra Facial with any sort of treatment mask of your choice. So ideally something hydrating and moisturizing. Maybe you have microcurrent at home. If you wanted to have a more luxurious microcurrent treatment after you do a Hydra Facial, I really love using Lucerne Labs Alpine Rose Resilience Mask, because it brightens the skin, it hydrates, it energizes it, all while acting as a conductivity for the microcurrent. So that's a really fun way of enhancing this treatment. You could also do your Foreo UFO after this if you wanted something quick but equally hydrating and relaxing. You could pop on some wearable LED or do a handheld LED treatment and then go into any of those, or you could add a serum and a facial oil and do a little gua sha and call it a day. So there's a lot of ways that you can zhuzh up this treatment and make it more of an actual facial at home. Or you can simply follow up your Aqua Skin treatment with a serum of choice, an oil, or a moisturizer, and then go on with the rest of your day.